got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And off we go from Cleveland. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Sheds off the tackle.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start with the option.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5. To throw, Huntley. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready,
so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
Here's Huntley.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Look at this Browns defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 10. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
3rd down. Here's Huntley now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On on 1st and 10. Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First carry now for Pierre Strong.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Browns sit 6-5 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Stevenson. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Strong.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Strong.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Huntley to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Okay,
from the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
On the ball. Ready.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
60 Eagles.
They go play action with Huntley.
And that is incomplete.
We look at this Browns defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10. A pitch comes to Dobbins.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun, Huntley.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead is Strong.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Huntley off of play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Strong.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll take this down to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On second down, here's Huntley.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now they're going to be taken in by the tight end, the Joker.
And he goes down the number again. It's inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On first and 10, it's Strong.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Watson now to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. Third and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because third and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 9. Ricard going to get it on the option.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to want to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A give running right is strong here.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give up the middle to Strong.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and 4.
We got to snap it.
This is 4th. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive going right here.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff for Strong. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 3, second down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Alert!
Second down, here's Strong once more.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson. He finds his man complete. It's Stevenson. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run with Ford. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
We're 6. 9 of them.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes third and about a foot.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down, and they'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ford is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Odafe Oweh picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Harris running straight ahead. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Throw caught by Flowers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd down throw from Huntley. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Got it.
So
Ready?
from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hold it ready.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
The slot man in motion right.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready.
Huntley to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
So much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Strong.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go
The
now.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Go! Ready?
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long. And this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Third down. Here's Huntley now.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Huntley looks to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line
side probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Watson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
He finds Douglas complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson.
This one swung outside to Strong. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the ground, it's Ford. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson changing the play. On third down, 4. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about hurting people.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Pierre Strong hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And a Raven first down.
Okay.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Huntley. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's Huntley. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Huntley. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
On the jump.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready up. Ready, ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Get it.
Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Hurry, 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 hurry. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Cleveland,
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like.